Welcome, friends, to Ancient Wisdom. Throughout our lives, we navigate a delicate balance between asserting our intrinsic value and fostering meaningful, harmonious relationships with those around us. This balance becomes even more poignant as life's ebbs and flows reshape how we perceive ourselves and how others regard us. Have you ever found yourself interrupted during a family conversation, laughed at in a gathering, or simply felt that your presence no longer holds the significance it once did? These moments can be deeply disheartening, leaving behind a sense of diminished self-worth. Yet, it's essential to recognize that respect isn't something passively bestowed by others, it's cultivated from within, beginning with how we define, uphold, and embody our own value. In this video, we'll delve into transformative principles rooted in philosophy and psychology to help you reclaim and radiate the respect you deserve. From crafting powerful first impressions to navigating moments of disrespect with grace and affirming your worth in every interaction, each concept is designed to resonate with your unique experiences. This journey isn't solely about earning respect from others. It's about embracing your rightful place in society, within your family, and most importantly, within your own heart. As you embark on this path of self-discovery and empowerment, remember that your value is unwavering regardless of external circumstances. Let this be the moment you choose to honor yourself fully, inspiring others to see the incredible light you carry. If this message resonates with you and you're ready to step into a life of confidence, purpose, and strength, click the subscribe button now. Activate the notification bell to stay updated on our journey together. Your support fuels our mission to create content that uplifts, inspires, and adds meaning to your life. Together, let's uncover the beauty and power within you, because you are worth it. Part 1. Analyzing the reasons behind disrespect. Disrespect rarely arises from genuine malice. Instead, it often stems from deeper psychological and motivational factors. Recognizing these underlying reasons is essential for overcoming the emotional toll and effectively asserting your value in relationships. One prevalent cause of disrespect is personal ambition overriding ethical boundaries. In professional settings, this manifests when individuals seek to elevate themselves by undermining others. For instance, a colleague might claim credit for your hard work or subtly dismiss your ideas in front of supervisors to gain favor. Their actions are not necessarily rooted in animosity, but in a drive to achieve personal success at your expense. A familiar example occurs when you share a thoughtful idea in a meeting, only to hear it repeated by another colleague as though it were their own. If you remain silent, they may interpret your lack of response as tacit approval, emboldening them to continue exploiting your contributions. Disrespect, however, is not confined to the workplace. It frequently appears in family and social contexts through offhand comments or sarcastic remarks. Imagine attending a family gathering where someone quips, "You wouldn't understand. This isn't your era." Although such statements may seem lighthearted, their repetition can subtly erode your sense of value, leaving you feeling dismissed or underestimated. Over time, these casual put-downs accumulate, creating an atmosphere where your contributions are overshadowed. Another factor leading to disrespect is the misinterpretation of silence. While choosing not to respond, negativity can demonstrate maturity and restraint. Some individuals may view it as a lack of confidence or assertiveness. For instance, during a group discussion, if someone repeatedly interrupts you and you refrain from addressing the behavior, this perception can embolden them to persist in their dismissive actions. Silence, though powerful when used intentionally, often needs to be accompanied by clear actions to avoid being misconstrued as passivity. Shifting social roles and changing perceptions of value also contribute to feelings of disrespect. As society increasingly prioritizes productivity and youth, the quiet wisdom and experience of older generations may be overlooked or undervalued. For example, you might offer valuable insights during a family discussion, only to have your perspective dismissed as outdated. This doesn't reflect your lack of worth, but rather society's tendency to favor immediacy and innovation over depth and experience. It's essential to understand that these instances of disrespect are rarely personal attacks. More often, they stem from others' insecurities, misguided expectations, or self-serving motives. By identifying these root causes, you can better navigate these situations with poise, ensuring your self-worth remains intact. Taking proactive steps, such as setting boundaries, addressing inappropriate behavior, and asserting your voice, allows you to not only manage disrespect effectively, but also reinforce your value in personal and professional relationship. Part 2. Handling disrespect with intelligence and grace. Disrespectful situations are an unavoidable part of life, yet they need not leave you feeling diminished or powerless. Instead, by employing thoughtful and strategic approaches, you can navigate these moments with intelligence and grace, reinforcing your self-worth and commanding the respect you deserve. At this stage in life, where wisdom and composure are your finest assets, these tools become even more powerful. One of the simplest yet most impactful ways to assert your value is through strong first impressions. For instance, at a large family gathering or when meeting your grandchildren, don't wait passively for others to approach you. Stand up, greet them warmly, and make eye contact. If your grandson greets you casually, rise to your feet, call his name with affection, and offer a firm handshake or an embrace. This simple act conveys a clear message. You are engaged, present, and deserving of acknowledgement. In community settings, the difference between standing to greet someone versus staying seated can subtly establish your presence as someone who commands respect and attention. In conversations, being interrupted can often feel like your voice is being dismissed. This is especially true when others perceive your views as outdated or less relevant. Imagine a family discussion about home renovations, and you're recounting the history of how your grandparents built the house. If someone interrupts, pause momentarily, make calm eye contact, and firmly but gently say, "Let me finish this thought." This approach not only allows you to reclaim the floor, but also sends a subtle yet unmistakable signal that your contributions are meaningful and deserve space. Humor, though often used to lighten the mood, can sometimes disguise disrespect, particularly in informal settings. For example, if a younger relative quips, "I bet you can't even work a smartphone," resist reacting defensively. Instead, employ a composed and witty response, like, "I didn't catch that. Could you repeat it?" Asking them to reiterate the joke forces them to consider its tone and often leaves them uncomfortable. Realizing the remark was inappropriate, this strategy not only deflects negativity, but also reinforces your confidence without descending into confrontation. At times, distraction can be a powerful tool for diffusing disrespectful comments. If someone critiques your outfit at a family event, rather than defending yourself or showing irritation, smile and respond with lighthearted curiosity. "I'm trying something new today. Speaking of style, do you know where I can find a good wool sweater around here?" This unexpected shift redirects the conversation and subtly communicates that you're unbothered by their critique, leaving them. When disrespect becomes habitual or persistent, knowing when to step away is an essential act of self-respect. Suppose during a family gathering you find yourself repeatedly dismissed or belittled. Politely excuse yourself, leave early, and make it clear that your presence should never be taken for granted. Walking away is not an act of retreat, but a statement of strength, reminding others that your time and energy are valuable. Often, absence speaks louder than words and can prompt meaningful reflection from those who may have taken you for granted. These approaches, while subtle, are immensely effective in protecting your dignity and asserting your worth. They also set an example, teaching those around you to interact with greater respect and mindfulness. Disrespect does not diminish your value unless you allow it to. By responding with intelligence and grace, you demonstrate not only your resilience, but also the quiet power of someone who knows their worth. Remember, respect starts with you. When you consistently carry yourself with confidence and composure, you encourage others to treat you with the same regard. Through thoughtful actions and a calm demeanor, you can inspire respect, not by demanding it, but by. Part 3. Confident and effective communication. Communication is more than just the exchange of words. It's the art of expressing your presence, values, and wisdom in ways that resonate deeply. At the heart of this art lies confidence, and a significant part of confidence is conveyed through your body language. A steady gaze, a soft yet intentional smile, or simply sitting with a straight posture speaks volumes about your readiness to engage. For older adults, these subtle cues are even more impactful. They don't just reflect your communication skills, but serve as a declaration of your continued relevance and presence. Imagine a family gathering. Sitting upright, meeting the speaker's eyes and nodding attentively not only commands attention, but also elevates the importance of your contributions. On the other hand, slouching or avoiding eye contact may unintentionally suggest disinterest, even when your thoughts are brimming with insight. Beyond body language, your words have immense power, but only when they're delivered with clarity and conviction. Phrases like, "I'm not sure, but," or "this might be outdated, but," dilute the strength of your voice and undercut the value of your experiences. Instead, replace hesitation with certainty. For instance, during a family discussion about a grandchild's education, rather than saying, "I'm not sure if my opinion applies here," confidently assert, "When I chose schools for your parents, the most important lesson I learned was to honor their preferences while providing guidance." Speaking firmly doesn't just ensure your input is heard, it underscores its value and teaches others to listen. Equally important is the delivery of your message. A clear, well-projected voice can transform how your words are received. For many older adults, the fear that their voices have softened over time may cause hesitation. Yet, with practice, this can be overcome. Before you speak, take a deep breath to steady your voice. Stand before a mirror and practice enunciation, or invite a trusted family member to provide feedback. Simple techniques, such as pausing before key points or modulating your tone to emphasize important ideas, can make your stories or advice captivating. Imagine sharing an anecdote from your youth, a deliberate pause before the punchline, or a slight rise in tone as you recount a climactic moment transforms a simple tale into a memorable experience. These skills not only strengthen your voice, but also bring your narratives to life. Handling difficult interactions requires a mastery of composure. Disrespectful comments or dismissive attitudes can be hurtful, but how you respond determines whether you rise above or get drawn into conflict. Consider someone making a remark like, "What would you know about this?" Instead of reacting defensively, take a deep breath, meet their eyes, and calmly say, "You might think that, but I've faced similar challenges and learned valuable lessons. Let me share one with you." This response not only reclaims your voice, but subtly shifts the dynamic, inviting the other person to reassess their stance. Maintaining a gentle, steady tone is key. It diffuses tension and redirects the conversation toward mutual respect. Storytelling is perhaps the most profound way to bridge gaps and forge connections. Your life is a tapestry of lessons, triumphs, and experiences that hold invaluable wisdom for younger generations. Instead of offering direct advice, share a heartfelt story that illustrates your point. For example, when discussing financial management, you might recount a time when you faced financial hardship and the creative solutions you found. These narratives don't just impart knowledge. They resonate on a human level, creating a bond between generations. Storytelling transcends age, making you not just a speaker but a guide, someone whose lived experiences provide a map for others navigating their own journeys. At the core of confident communication is an unwavering belief in your own worth. Regardless of age, this belief empowers you to share boldly, to speak with authenticity, and to shine through your actions. People are drawn to those who carry themselves with quiet confidence and genuine humility. By mastering these elements of communication, you don't just convey your message, you inspire respect, understanding, and admiration. Through your words and presence, you remind the world that age is not a limitation, but a reservoir of strength and wisdom. Part 4. Mastering the art of handling difficult people. Navigating relationships with difficult people over the long term can be one of life's most enduring challenges. Whether they are family members, neighbors, or old friends, their constant criticism, dissatisfaction, or dismissiveness can test even the strongest resolve. Yet, the key to maintaining your peace and dignity lies not in changing their behavior, but in mastering your response. The cornerstone of dealing with difficult people is establishing firm boundaries. Often, such individuals are unaware of the harm their words or actions cause and need a clear yet kind reminder. For example, if a family member consistently dismisses your opinions during gatherings, respond calmly but assertively. "I respect that you have your views, but I feel uncomfortable when mine are dismissed. I'd appreciate it if we could have a more balanced discussion." This approach not only protects your emotional space, but also sets the tone for mutual respect without escalating tensions. When faced with intentional hostility or persistent negativity, emotional control becomes your strongest ally. Difficult people often provoke to elicit a reaction, but reacting impulsively gives them power over your peace of mind. Instead, practice mindfulness techniques such as deep breathing. When someone makes a critical remark, take a moment to pause. For instance, if a neighbor habitually criticizes your gardening, respond with calm confidence. "Thank you for sharing your thoughts. I enjoy the way my garden reflects my personal style." Such a response not only deflects their negativity, but subtly reinforces your autonomy. A strategic redirection of conversation can also be a powerful tool in your arsenal. When tension begins to rise, gently steer the dialogue to neutral or positive topics. For example, if a relative starts to critique your parenting choices during a family meal, smile and say, "I've been curious, have you tried any new hobbies lately?" This tactic shifts the focus, making it harder for them to continue their criticisms and helping maintain a more pleasant atmosphere. Another essential lesson in handling difficult people is understanding that change is not always possible, and that's okay. Some people's negativity stems from deep-seated patterns or internal struggles that you can neither control nor solve. Trying to change them often leads to frustration and emotional exhaustion. Instead, focus on preserving your own positivity and well-being. Reserve meetings for occasions where their behavior is less likely to impact your mood. Protecting your energy doesn't mean abandoning relationships. It's about setting healthy limits to maintain your peace. In extreme cases, distancing yourself from toxic relationships may become necessary. Prioritizing your mental health and self-esteem is not an act of selfishness, but a courageous decision to value your well-being. If a family member persistently criticizes or belittles you, despite your best efforts to communicate, consider creating some space. A gentle yet firm statement like, "I value our relationship, but I need some time to focus on positivity in my life," sends a clear message while preserving your dignity. Dealing with difficult people is not about defeating them or proving your worth. It's about safeguarding your peace and affirming your value. Every challenge is an opportunity to grow in patience, emotional intelligence, and resilience. Remember, while you may not control the actions of others, you hold the power to decide your response. By combining calmness, clarity, and thoughtful strategies, you transform adversity into moments of strength, ensuring your self-worth remains unshaken no matter the circumstances. Part 5. The Essence of Self-Respect. A timeless foundation for life. Self-respect is the foundation upon which every relationship and value in life is built. It transcends the superficial and speaks to the very core of who you are. It is not merely about how you treat yourself, but the unspoken message you send to the world about how you expect to be treated. For those who have walked the path of life, weathered its storms, and savored its joys, self-respect is not only essential, it is a reflection of your maturity, wisdom, and pride in the legacy you've created. True self-respect is not derived from accolades, material wealth, or the recognition of others. Instead, it arises from a profound understanding of your inherent worth. Each wrinkle on your face, every scar you bear, and the countless experiences you carry are not marks of decline. They are the unmistakable signatures of a life well lived. Ask yourself this: if you do not respect the richness of your journey, how can you expect others to do so? Cultivating self-respect begins with intentional, seemingly small acts. These actions affirm your worth and nurture your inner dignity. Taking care of yourself, for example, is not an act of vanity, but a declaration of self-value. When you choose clothing that makes you feel confident or maintain your health with care and intention, you aren't seeking validation from others. You are reminding yourself that you matter. These gestures send a quiet but powerful signal to the world. I respect myself, and I deserve to be treated with the same regard. Self-respect also manifests in how you handle your imperfections and past mistakes. None of us walk through life unscathed, and age only adds to the tapestry of lessons learned. Blaming yourself for past missteps does not honor your journey. Instead, recognize those errors as the teachers they were. Forgive yourself. Embrace the imperfections that make you unique. True self-respect is not about striving for unattainable perfection, but about finding strength in your humanity and moving forward with grace. Another cornerstone of self-respect lies in setting boundaries, an act of courage and self-preservation. Saying no when needed is not selfish. It is an assertion of your worth and values. Imagine a scenario where someone repeatedly encroaches upon your time or dismisses your feelings. By firmly and politely declining, you protect your emotional well-being without diminishing your compassion. Boundaries are not walls. They are gateways to mutual respect and healthier connections. At its core, self-respect embodies the philosophy, I know my worth and I don't need external approval to validate it. This understanding frees you from the chains of judgment and the sting of disrespect. A self-respecting individual does not hinge their happiness on others' perceptions. They walk with quiet confidence, aware that their value is intrinsic and untouchable. Self-respect is not just a personal act, it is transformative. It empowers you to live with purpose and to pursue passions that fulfill your soul. Whether it's discovering a new hobby, connecting with people who genuinely uplift you, or savoring the simple joys of life, self-respect opens the door to experiences that enrich your existence. Regardless of age, this sense of worth inspires growth and fulfillment, creating ripples of positivity that extend far beyond yourself. Moreover, self-respect serves as an invitation for others to treat you with dignity. When you honor your values and live authentically, you not only set a standard for how you wish to be treated, but also inspire those around you to do the same. This ripple effect fosters a legacy of respect, kindness, and every life deserves to be lived with self-respect. It is not something you wait for others to bestow upon you. It is a gift you give yourself. When you respect yourself, you send a profound message to the world. Life is meaningful and every moment matters. Validation, at its deepest level, comes from within, not from the fleeting opinions of others. Think of the countless challenges you've overcome, the relationships you've nurtured, and the wisdom you've accumulated. Self-respect is the ultimate acknowledgement of all that you are and all that you've achieved. It is a timeless treasure, impervious to the changing winds of circumstance, and it serves as a guiding light that illuminates your path forward. Living with self-respect enriches not only your own life, but also the lives of those around you. It creates a world where compassion, authenticity, and love become the cornerstones of existence. Ultimately, what matters most is not how others see you, but how you have lived with yourself, with dignity, grace, and unwavering self-worth. If this resonates with you, we invite you to share your thoughts or personal stories in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss another meaningful discussion. Your support fuels our passion for bringing you deeper, more inspiring content. Let's continue this journey of self-discovery and empowerment together.